Joseph, Attorney General, Mr. Randy Connaught, Chief of Police, Your Excellency Yvette Martinez Ileva, Ambassador of Cuba, Your Excellency Jorge Guerrero Veloz, Ambassador of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, Your Excellency Yang Shu, Ambassador, People's Republic of China, Ms. Cindy Diouf, Principal Officer, Embassy of the United States of America, Archdeacon Michael Marshall, Chairman of Grenada Conference of Churches, Pradeep Singh Rajaput, High Commissioner of India to Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica, and Montserrat, Geeta Pasupuleti, High Commissioner of Grenada to the Republic of India, Mr. Victor Clark, British High Commissioner to Grenada, Ms. Jacqueline McKenzie, Attorney at Law and Keynote Speaker, Mr. Francis Paul, President of the Grenada Bar Association, Dr. Shane Mohammed, Political Scientist, Mr. Daniel Lewis, Trustee Winward Aid, Ms. Cindy Henry, General Manager, Grenada National Lotteries Authority, former President of MWAG, Mr. Ray Roberts, and other past presidents, Ms. Callistra Faria, President of the Media Workers Association of Grenada, award nominees, well-wishers, friends, fellow media personnel, all. Good evening. And of course, good evening to our viewers joining us across Grenada and the region. Welcome to the national broadcast of the 14th Annual MWAG Media Awards. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate the journalists, broadcasters, photographers, and digital creators shaping public discourse. We also acknowledge this evening our sponsoring partners, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, supporting culture and nation building, and Winward Aid, a partner in sustainable development, water access, and education, whose support helps sustain this important national institution. Before we get into the program, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite, at this point in time, for the invocation, to lead us with the invocation, Archdeacon Michael Marshall. Please stand.
The Lord be with you. Let us pray in the name of God, who is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. God of wisdom, love, overflowing grace, we gather in reverence in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. You alone are worthy of our praise and adoration this night. We thank you for the gift of life and for the countless talents you have entrusted to us, especially those who share in the work of the media, the men and women of this association. Dear Lord, we lift up the dedication of those who have gone before, those faithfully serving now, and those who will follow in the years to come. May each remain steadfast in their calling. Father, we are grateful for the vision and leadership behind this evening's celebration. Bless the organizers and pour your benediction upon the awardees whose achievements we honor this night. May your Holy Spirit continue to guide this association, leading them into deeper insight, truth, and for the love of humanity. Lord, we pray for every media worker across this nation. Remind them of the responsibility they carry to inform, uplift, empower, and edify your people. Make them agents of positive change as they navigate the challenges of new media in these critical times. Grant them a strong moral compass that they may resist the lure of sensationalism, slander, or mockery, and instead speak with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. Let their words pursue truth and justice with courage. May they champion the cause of the poor, the marginalized, and the voiceless. Take charge of all that unfolds this evening. Cover us with your love and your precious gift of the Holy Spirit, and equip every worker with wisdom as they strive to your craft of good media. May this occasion be entrusted to your care, and forevermore the media workers of Grenada, this night and forever. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. Thank you. Before we move on into the full program, I'd like to say my humble apologies to the Leader of the Opposition. Good evening, ma'am, Ms. Emmeline Pear. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, you have all been so gracious and so patient, and we thank you for your patience this evening. Before I introduce the Treasurer at MWAG to deliver his welcome remarks, I just want to let you know we have a slight change with our program for this evening. We will begin dinner earlier than usual, and we will continue with the presentation of awards during the course of your dinner. Hence, everything should run smoothly. All right, so we move on with the opening remarks. I'd like to invite to the podium Mr. Raul Patterson, Treasurer at MWAG. Mr. Patterson.
Pleasant good evening to all. Protocol already established. First of all, happy International Women's Day to all the women present, those throughout the country, the region, and the world. Happy International Day, women. God's blessings. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the Media Workers Association of Grenada Awards ceremony held this evening, March the 7th, and of course, March the 7th, a significant day, I just mentioned that, right? As we gather to celebrate excellence, integrity, and dedication in the field of media. On behalf of the executive and membership of the Media Workers Association of Grenada, I extend heartfelt greetings to all who have joined us for this special occasion, whether in person or on the various platforms. Tonight is more than an awards ceremony. It is a celebration of the voices, stories, images, truths that shape our national consciousness and strengthen our democracy. This year, we do so under the theme, Press Freedom and responsibility, press freedom rather, yes, and responsibility in a time of consequence. It is a theme that speaks directly to the moment that we are living in, an era where information travels instantly, where public trust must be earned daily, and where the consequences of misinformation, silence, or distortion can be profound. In such a time, press freedom is simply not a right, it is a responsibility. And responsibility, in turn, is the foundation of credibility. The media plays an indispensable role in our society. Through radio, television, print, and digital platforms, media professionals inform, educate, and sometimes challenge us. We document people's triumphs and their trials. We give voice to the voiceless and hold institutions accountable. In doing so, we help to safeguard transparency, promote civic engagement, and preserve the historical record of our beloved nation, Grenada, and the most beautiful of our tri-island state. I pause so that this can marinate, Carriacou and P.T. Martinique. This evening, we honor journalists, broadcasters, photographers, editors, producers, and all media practitioners whose work reflects courage, creativity, professionalism, and an unwavering commitment to truth. The awards being presented tonight recognize not only technical excellence, but also ethical standards, community impact, and the relentless pursuit of accurate and responsible reporting. We are especially proud of the emerging media professionals among us. Your innovation and fresh perspectives continue to transform the media landscape. As technology evolves and platforms expand, your role becomes even more critical in ensuring that information remains credible, balanced, and accessible. I also wish to express sincere appreciation to our sponsoring partners, the Grenada National Lottery Authority and Winward Aid, an organization that has been supporting sustainability, water access, and education in Grenada and the Caribbean, as well as our partners whose generous support makes this ceremony possible. Your investment in media excellence is an investment in national development. To our award nominees and recipients, I say, congratulations. Your work does not go unnoticed. Whether you leave with an award in hand or simply with the respect of your peers, know that your contributions are valid and deeply appreciated. As we proceed with tonight's program, let us celebrate not only individual achievements, but also our shared commitment to strengthening journalism and media practice in Grenada. May this evening inspire continued excellence, collaboration, and resilience in the face of challenges that confront modern media. Thanks for being here. I wish you an enjoyable, fascinating, most memorable, and exciting ceremony this evening. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Patterson. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we gather under the theme, Press Freedom and Responsibility in a Time of Consequence, recognizing excellence across every platform of Grenadian media. So last year, the Media Workers Association of Grenada issued a public call for the design of its official awards trophy. Now, 3 entries were received and reviewed anonymously by a 5-member panel comprising a communications specialist, a media manager, a secondary school principal, a graphic designer, and a photographer. The panel was asked to determine which design best aligned with MWAG's purpose and values. The selected design is a modern structure that reflects the principles at the heart of journalism: truth, integrity, and responsibility. And we're going to unveil the official MWAG trophy. I think we have it on the screen, if the team is sharing it right now. At its peak stands a bold star, representing excellence and the courage required to uphold press freedom. At the center rests the official MWAG logo, affirming the institutional authority behind this recognition. Strong, clean, purpose-driven. This will become the official symbol of excellence for the Media Workers Association of Grenada for 2027. So I hope you're having a good look at it now, right? It's a pity I can't see it right now myself, but I take it you've spotted it. So ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier, we're going to have a little change up in the flow of things this evening. We will start dinner shortly, and then we will move into the presentation of awards. Now, before we get into dinner, I'd like to say a special thank you to our most gracious sponsors, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, Winward Aid, NAWASA, Grenlec, Ministry of Information, Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Corporation, My Grenada Solutions, George F. Huggins Grenada Limited, Mount Pure Mineral Water, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Digicel Grenada, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, Ariza Credit Union, Investment Migration Agency IMA, SpiceMass Corporation, Grenada Enterprises, Republic Bank. This, the 14th Annual MWAG Media Awards, proudly led by Winward Aid and by the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, NAWASA, Grenlec, and our valued corporate partners across Grenada. Thank you so very much. So ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to invite you to dinner. You will be guided by the team here at the beautiful location of Pier 57. And as soon as you're settled into your first course, we will get started with the real excitement of this event for this evening, the presentation of the awards. Do enjoy. Son of the soil, of course, Carriacou, reigning groovy monarch, and I like to call him the man with the golden voice. Please welcome Mr. Golden to perform for us this evening. Thank you, sir.
Good night, everyone. They say we don't have no limit. Anybody love Grenada? Hands up. 1, 2, and show them. Them can play a man, stand cool. Let me see the raise of hands who love Grenada, Carriacou, Pretty Matnik. I'm a proud Grenadan anywhere I go. I rep this beautiful country, right? So, about the job island is 100 million the band. They say we don't have no limit. Any fate we don't scratch it. They can't understand it. Why? They can play a man, and we Prince people we. Nobody else blacker than we when we play. Prince people, yeah, we bad like that. I tell you, ask whoever. Where's the best person in the world? Down in Greens. We don't joke around with the jam down in Greens. Any fate you know we must up at down in Greens. Fix up a plate of island and we good down in Greens. Everything is a whole mood. Hear me, the life so different down here. Everything in the atmosphere. When we touch a feto, we just turn it up to a different level. Yes, yeah, we ting up there. I say yeah, we ting up. When it come to fed, all you, some can play a man, and we Greens people we. Nobody, cause why? Hear me, Greens people, yeah, we bad like that. I tell you, ask whoever. So, down in Greens, we don't joke around with the job down in Greens. Any fate you know we mash up at down in Greens. Fix up a plate of island and we good down in Greens. Everything is a whole. Listen, to come in the job if you don't black. You too clean mood with that job, can't play without the whole aisle. Cause trailer to drag and closer to dab. Job, hula, Greens people. Some can play a man, Greens people we. Nobody when we play. Nice people, yeah, we bad like that. I tell you, ask whoever. 1, 2, see down in Greens. We don't joke around with the jam down in Greens. Any fate you know we must up at down in Greens. Fix up a plate of down in Greens. Everything is a whole mood. Listen this. Grenada full of vibes. Carriacou have it nice. Pretty Matnik they don't play. But the best parts when the gas in our even and we link up on the end. We go show you what the Greens do. We bad. Them can play on. For Greens people we. Nobody. Oh, you hear me? Greens people, yeah, we bad like that. If you're proud of the country, let me see your hands. 1, 2, see down in Greens. We don't joke around with the jab down in Greens. Every fate you know we must show back down in Greens. Fix up a plate of island and we down in Greens. Everything is a whole mood. Lovely. I will always rep this country. See now that's in Rita we ways. Anybody know it? We there support. What you say? We would have smiled up the party. I tell you it. Shout it, let them know where we represent. Who's the body's passing? Why is it called? Tell no crazy like where. Hey, I feel all thing we in there. When it comes to fighting, oh gosh, we not leaving this up till we promote and police can't move away. Hear me? I say we don't side it. Whenever my team, we bring the vibes, the life, the everything. Session can bad with us, we build different. I said it. So who does man up the party? I tell you, shout it, let them know where we represent. Who's the body's passing? Tell them, tell no crazy like where. Hey, up in all thing we in there. When it comes to fighting, oh gosh, we not not leaving this until we promoter and police. So we turn the vibes up, aye. Party like a holly, anywhere we there, cause it's so we there, really that's how we stay. Who knows man of the I tell you it, shout it, let them know where we represent. Who's the man is passing, this spice country, them no crazy like where. Hey, up in our team, when it comes to fighting, oh gosh, we not leaving this until we say promoter and police. So we can't get rid of we ways. No way. No, we can't get rid of we ways. I say we can't get rid of we ways. Good. We can't get rid of we ways. We need a cow who wants to see my dick. Who the smell of the party? I tell you it. Shout it, let them know where we represent. Who's the bodies? I tell you no. Some no crazy like where. Hey. Up in our thing we in. And when it comes to fighting, oh gosh, we not leaving this until we promoter and police. Somebody say yeah. Anybody had more than 2 drinks? Let's go! As soon as the song drop, I can't see man just believe that I find myself in a zone and you know I ain't starting. Cause why? I get in on the worst cause it's vibes. And what? I feel so high like a fire up in the air. I gone to another level of it's a different kind of pumping. Feeling like a jumping. Take control of me. Body, anytime I be with him. Hit me. I don't sit to tell up the 1, 2, sing it right now. So it's all in me head. So it's all in me head. Yes, it's all in me head. It's all in me. So much of us I cannot complain. What? Something else in me brain. I felt over time to me body straight. I'm not afraid to do it again. I can rub but get on to any sound that come and way. A holy promise and paying, yeah. No good type of conduct. Only we going non-stop. 1, 2, 3. Feeling like a jumping. Take control of me. Body, anytime I need him, hit me. I just have to tear up the so it's all in me head. So it's all in me head. Yes, it's all in me head. It's all. Man, so much of us I cannot complain. What? Such a nice feeling in me brain. I put over time to me body strain. I'm not afraid to do it again. Honestly, I'm feeling in my head. Take me to a different place I've never been. All you, I like this feeling music up in my soul. And I just turn up. This kind of jumping, that'll take control of me. Body, anytime I need with him. I just want to tear up the party, So it's all in me head. So it's all in me head. Yes, it's all in me head. It's all in me head. So much of us I cannot complain. What? Such a nice feeling in me brain. I put all my time to me body strain. And I'm afraid to do it again. My name is Golan. It was a pleasure.
Amen. And now we move on to the first level of excitement. I'm telling you, I'm seeing all the names of the nominees, and I know everyone is here eagerly anticipating to find out what they'll win, if they'll win this evening. So now we move on to the first set of awards for this evening. It's a People's Choice Awards, where public engagement meets professional integrity. Now, these categories reflect the strong connection between media practitioners and the communities they serve. Are you ready? So the list of the nominees are: the first category, Best Current Affairs Feature Program. The nominees are Beyond the Headlines, Grenada Broadcasting Network, hosted by Colin Dow; To the Point, GBN; We Culture, GBN; Community Forum, MTV, host Byron Campbell and Christopher Diali; The Narrative, WPG-10, host Callistra Faria; and The Bub Report, Kellan Bub. And the winner is The Bub Report, Kellan Bub. Of course, Dr. Kellan Bub is not with us this evening. Congratulations, sir. And now we move on into the remainder of the presentation. At this time, I'd like to invite the General Manager of the National Lotteries Authority, Ms. Cindy Henry, to assist with the presentations. And as Ms. Henry makes her way up on stage, good evening, Ms. Henry. Yes, I have Kellan's uncle here this evening. He will be accepting on behalf of Dr. Kellan Bub. Congratulations, Dr. Bub. Yes, congratulations once again. Best Current Affairs Feature Program. And once again, congratulations to Dr. Kellan Bub. The Bub Report, accepting on his behalf, is his uncle. Thank you, sir. And we move on to Best Talk Show. We have 2 nominees in this category. The first, Ladies Room, Power 95.1 FM, and the Daily Good Morning Grenada on GBN. And drumroll, the winner is, Aruna, where are you? Ladies Room. Ladies Room voted Best Talk Show. Congratulations, Aruna. That's the Ladies Room taking it again for 2025. Congratulations again to the team. And we move on to the next category, Best TV News Anchor Presenter. The nominees are Kenroy Batiste, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Troy Gill, MTV; Oslin Crosby, WPG-10; and Tahira Burke, WPG-10. And the winner for Best TV News Anchor goes to the gentleman they always tease. He says the word secondary. Mr. Kenroy Batiste. Best TV News Anchor Presenter. Congratulations to Mr. Kenroy Batiste, secondary. Thank you so much, Miss Henry, for assisting with the presentation. I'd like to now invite the rep of Winward Aid. Do we have a representative from Winward Aid with us this evening? Yes, good evening, sir. How are you this evening? Mr. Lewis, good to see you. And now we move on to the next category. Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement is continuing to build. This time for Best TV Reporter. That's Best TV Reporter. And the nominees are Chrislena John, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Keyshawn Thomas, MTV; Troy Gill, MTV; Tahira Burke, WPG 10; Sherry-Ann Noel, GIS; Nisha Paul, Independent Reporter; and Rachel Bain. And the winner for Best TV Reporter goes to Chrislena John, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Now we're starting to sing alive in here. Chrislena looking absolutely fabulous this evening, I must say. Congratulations to Chrislena John. Continuing to capture the hearts of our viewers and, of course, People's Choice. Congratulations. We move on now to Best Radio News Anchor Presenter. And again, we have the nominees: Chrislena John, the Grenada Broadcasting Network; Rena Pear Thomas, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Kayla Flavany, We FM; Wendy Chateau, Carib Update; Troy Gill, MTV; Selwyn Noel, We FM; and Sheena Phillip, We FM. And the winner for, just going to be going through my notes here, bear with me. Best Radio News Anchor Presenter goes to Chrislena. Did you sit down yet? Chrislena John, Grenada Broadcasting Network. Congratulations, Chrislena. And we continue with radio, Best Radio Personality. The nominees are Gordon Innocent Joseph, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Godfrey Augustine, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Pinky Francis, Boss FM; Aruna Neptune, Power FM; Patrick Shaggy Duncan of We FM; Shortleg, We FM; and Andre Donald, We FM. Real FM, Real FM. That was the nominees for Best Radio Personality. Who do you think is going to capture that one? Where's the ladies' room lady? Aruna Neptune, Best Radio Personality. Aruna Neptune from Team Power 95.1. Congratulations once again. And we're continuing with Best Digital News Reporter. People's Choice, the Best Digital News Reporter. The nominees are Linda Straker, Independent Digital Journalist; Curlin Campbell, Now; Anisha Samuel, Voice Newspaper; Nisha Paul, Independent, and Tahira Burke, WPG 10. Best Digital News Reporter. And the Best Digital News Reporter goes to the stalwart herself, Miss Linda Straker, Independent journalist. Is Linda with us this evening? If not, we'll have someone accept on her behalf. Yes, Mr. Matlin will be accepting on behalf of Ms. Straker for this evening. Mr. Lewis, please hang out with me a little longer. Thank you so much, sir. We move on to Best Digital Online Media Personality. The nominees are Gordon Innocent Joseph, GBN, Cook Sita Hal, Independent Digital Media Personality, Mikey Hutchinson. My apologies, my script just went a little quickly there on me. There we go. So I'll start again. Best Digital Online Media Personality. That's Gordon. There's Gordon Innocent Joseph of GBN, Cook Sita Hal, Independent Digital Media Personality, Mikey Hutchinson, Independent Digital Media Personality, Aruna Neptune, Power FM, Kellon Bob, Dr. Kellon Bob, Bob Report, and Chiron Benjamin, Power 95.1 FM Grenada. The Best Digital Online Media Personality goes to, and this one looks like it was a close one. Best Digital Online Media Personality, Aruna Neptune of Power FM, Power 95.1 FM. So ladies and gentlemen, we're still on the People's Choice Awards. Of course, the community, the fans, the followers, the networks, everyone that's built a following, and it's showing in the results here this evening. TV Personality of the Year. The TV Personality of the Year nominees are Kenroy Batiste, Grenada Broadcasting Network, Ms. Colin Dow, Grenada Broadcasting Network, Calistro Faria, WPG 10 Host The Narrative, Troy Gill, MTV, and Tahira Burke, WPG 10. TV Personality of the Year. And the TV Personality of the Year is Mr. Kenroy Batiste. Congratulations, Batiste. And we move on to the final category for People's Choice. And this one is for the lovers of the music and the mixing and the scratching and the dubbing and the doing everything. It's DJ of the Year. And the nominees are Karen Thomas, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, Selector Snappy, Power 95.1 FM, Junior Star, and finally Keith DJ PQ Mark. That was the nominees, and the winner for this, the final category of the, actually there's one more to go, but before that, DJ of the Year goes to Selector Snappy of Power 95.1. And I think it's only fitting that Aruna would collect on behalf of DJ Snappy. DJ Snappy is probably turning it up somewhere in a fit right now with his selections, right? So Aruna Neptune is collecting on behalf of DJ of the Year. I did jump the gun earlier, but now to the final category. And this one is Radio News Reporter of the Year. And the nominees are Kayla Flavini, WeFM; Christelina John, Grenada Broadcasting Network; Sheena Phillip, WeFM; Rena Pierre Thomas, Grenada Broadcasting Network; and Maxine Antwine of MTV. And the winner of this category, Radio News Reporter of the Year, goes to Christelina John of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Congratulations, Christelina. And Mr. Lewis, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time. So congratulations to the winners thus far, of course, for the People's Choice. And now we move into further excitement, boy. Yes. Now we move on to Best Human Interest Television Story at this time. So we move on to Best Human Interest Television Story. I'd like to invite Ms. Emmeline Pear, Leader of the Opposition. If you can kindly assist with the presentations, ma'am, I truly appreciate it. Thank you. The Best Human Interest Television Story is, are you ready? Miss Rachel Bain. Rachel Bain, Best Human Interest Television Story. Congratulations to Rachel. And like they say, way to go, Rachel. Congratulations. Best Political Story, Digital Online. This one is interesting. This lady right here, Ms. Callistra Faria. Best Political Story, Ms. Callistra Faria. Thank you so much, Ms. Fair. Thank you so much for your assistance. And I'd like to invite Ms. Najuma Patrick, representative of George F. Huggins Grenada Limited, to assist with the presentation of the next awards. The next winner for this category, the category is Best Digital Interview. Best Digital Interview, Callistra Faria. Best Digital Interview, Callistra Faria. And the next category is Best Television News Story. Best Television News Story, Callistra Faria. I feel like I'm in the National Queen Show where I tell the contestant, please stay on the stage. Don't move a muscle. This is for Best Television News Story, Callistra Faria. So congratulations to the winners thus far. And we're going to move straight into something truly special here. We have an award for the Young Emerging Talent in Media. Young Emerging Talent in Media. And of course, this award has been dubbed the Anthony Jericho Greenwich Award. That award goes to Lily Pascal. Lily Pascal, Young Emerging Talent in Media. And collecting on behalf of Lily is Mr. Kishan Thomas. The Anthony Jericho Greenwich Award to the Young Emerging Talent in Media, and that person is Lily Pascal. And now we move on, ladies and gentlemen, Professional Excellence Awards. This is the first part. Miss Cindy Henry, Miss Patrick, thank you so much for assisting. Miss Henry, I will like your assistance again, ma'am. And the next award is for Best Public Service Announcement. Now, public service announcements remain essential to informed communities. And the award for Best Public Service Announcement is presented to none other than Miss Philomena Robertson. Is Philo with us this evening? I know Philo has been blazing the trail. Yes, I see she's been blazing the trails at the Tokyo Marathon. She has been doing her thing since 2011, I believe. But congratulations to Philomena Robertson. Do we have someone who can accept on her behalf? Someone's coming? Thank you. So again, this is for Best Public Service Announcement. And reminding you again that public service announcements remain essential to informed communities. Ms. Faria will collect on behalf of Ms. Robertson. Thank you. And now we honor professional excellence across print categories. Best Print Interview. Best Print Interview, Samantha Charles. Best Print Interview. Congratulations to Samantha Charles, the winner of the Best Print Interview Award. Thank you so much, Ms. Henry. And at this time, I'd like to invite our next presenter, His Excellency Yang Shu, if you can assist with the presentation of the next award. Thank you. The next award, Best Print Entertainment Lifestyle Story. Best Print Entertainment Lifestyle Story, and the winner is Anisha Samuel. Is Anisha with us this evening? Anisha is not with us this evening. Can we have someone accept on Anisha's behalf? Thank you. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. And we do have someone accepting on behalf of Anisha Samuel, Best Print Entertainment Lifestyle Story. Best Political Story Print. Best Political Story Print. Sir, can you come up again? Anisha Samuel. Best Political Story Print. Thank you. Excellency, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Shane Mohammed to present the next awards. Next award, correction. Dr. Shane Mohammed. Political scientist, yes, sir. Good evening, sir. And the next award for Best Parliament Print Story. Best Parliament Print Story goes to none other than Anisha Samuel. Anisha Samuel. Thank you so much, Dr. Mohammed, of course, visiting from Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much, sir. We move on to Best Human Interest Story Print. And I'd like to invite our next presenter. We call her Auntie, Ms. Sherma Wells, to assist with the presentation of this award. Sorry if I caught you off guard, Auntie Sherms. We affectionately call her Auntie Sherma. I think I caught her off guard. When you think about stalwarts and Grenada's media landscape, you think of Auntie Sherma. You'll stay here? She's gonna stay here. Listen, Auntie Sherma could stay wherever she wants to stay. The next category for the next winner is Best Human Interest Story Print. Best Human Interest Story Print goes to Mr. Raul Patterson. Carriacou in the house. Yes, representing. I see you didn't want to come up. Stay with me. I need you for one more. So now we're moving on to celebrating excellence in photojournalism. Best feature photograph goes to Mr. Haran Photo. Congratulations, Haran. And thank you very much, Ms. Shoma Wells. I understand you're assisting with the literacy program at the schools. I understand you're assisting also with the literacy program with the Mona Monkey with your book. Yay! Thank you very much. She's quite modest, isn't she? Ready for your address, ma'am? Once again, congratulations to all the winners thus far. We have lots more to present, but before we get further into the continuation of the presentation, I'd like to invite the president of MWAG to deliver the president's address. Please help me welcome Ms. Callistra Farrier.
Good evening, distinguished guests, my colleagues in the media whom I love dearly, our partner sponsors, Winward Aid and the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, Huggins, and the others, members of the diplomatic community, and friends of journalism who have gathered here with us tonight. Tonight we gather to celebrate excellence in Grenadian journalism, the craft, the courage, the commitment of those who dedicate themselves to telling the stories of our nation. This year's theme, Press Freedom and Responsibility in a Time of Consequence, which you've heard earlier in the evening. It is a theme that speaks directly to the moment in which we live, a moment when the work of journalism carries real weight and real responsibility. Tomorrow, March 8, the world will observe International Women's Day, a day set aside to recognize the achievements of women and to reflect on the work that remains to ensure their safety, dignity, and equality. Here in Grenada, that reflection comes at a particularly difficult time. In recent weeks, our nation has been shaken by violent crimes against women, acts of violence that have deeply disturbed the conscience of our nation. As journalists, we encounter these realities not as distant observers, but as those tasked with bringing them to the public's attention. Press freedom allows us to investigate, to question, and to hold institutions accountable. But responsibility requires that we report with care, accuracy, and humanity, especially when the stories we tell involve trauma, loss, and vulnerable members of our communities. Our role is not simply to report events. It is to ensure that public understanding is guided by facts, context, and respect for human dignity. And that is why gatherings like this evening's ceremony matter. Because excellence in journalism does not happen by accident. It is built through discipline, professional standards, and a commitment to ethical reporting. Tonight, we honor those journalists whose work reflects those principles. But tonight is also a moment to reflect on the work of the Media Workers Association of Grenada itself. Over the past year, your executive has focused on strengthening the profession and expanding opportunities for journalists to grow and develop. In 2025, we intensified our training initiatives, as evidenced by the results that I saw coming back from the judges, recognizing that in a rapidly evolving media environment, professional development is essential. We also continued one of the association's long-standing traditions, Media Week, an important fixture on our annual calendar. Last year, we opened Media Week in Karakou, bringing important conversations about journalism, ethics, and the future of media to our sister island. During that visit, we also participated in a reforestation initiative, a reminder that journalists are part of the broader national effort to protect and sustain our environment. The association also took steps to strengthen practical support for its members. Through collaboration with partners in the private sector, in this case, Spice Isle Fish House Group, we secured a 10% discount program for MWAG members, providing a tangible benefit to those working in the profession. And tonight, I am pleased to announce another step in strengthening the professional identity of our members. The Media Association of Grenada will be introducing an official membership identification card system. It's also going to be helpful when you try to get your 10% at Spice Isle Fish House Group. This initiative will provide members with recognized professional identification and reinforce the visibility and legitimacy of journalists as they carry out their work across the country. None of these initiatives would have been possible without the dedication of the MWAG executive. Those members who have worked diligently through the past year to advance the association's programs and strengthen the professional community we serve. And I would like at this point to specially acknowledge my treasurer, Roel Patterson from Karakou. I backed him to be on this executive, and I do not regret that decision. He has been a rock. I want to thank them for their commitment and their continued service to the organization. At the same time, the association remains steadfast in its broader mission. The Media Workers Association of Grenada will continue to stand firmly in defense of press freedom while promoting the highest standards of responsible journalism in our country. Looking ahead to 2026 actually, we intend to deepen our focus on professional development. We are currently exploring opportunities in Trinidad and Tobago that will allow our members to benefit from regional expertise and specialized media instruction. We are also about to begin discussions with the University of the West Indies, what used to be Open Campus, on the possibility of expanding opportunities for media studies within the local curriculum, an initiative that could help nurture the next generation of journalists in Grenada. All of these efforts connect directly to the theme that guides this evening, because press freedom does not exist in isolation. It requires strong professional institutions, it requires training, it requires ethical standards, and it requires journalists who understand that the privilege of informing the public comes with a profound responsibility. In a time of consequence, when misinformation easily spreads, when public trust must continually be earned, and when the stories we report often reflect deep challenges within our society, the role of journalism becomes even more vital. Tonight, we celebrate those who have carried out the role with excellence. Before I conclude, I wish to extend sincere appreciation to the many partners whose support makes this evening possible. In particular, I acknowledge our principal sponsors, Winward Aid and the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, along with the many corporate sponsors and institutions whose support continues to strengthen the work of the Media Workers Association and the profession as a whole. Your support allows us not only to celebrate excellence tonight, but to invest in the future of media and journalism. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all the best to everyone whose results are to come and to congratulate my members who have won so far. I do really support you all and love you all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Ms. Faria. And now we move on into the next segment, something truly very important, actually. This is the Winward Aid segment. Community impact, sustainability, and education focus. Journalism does more than report events. It documents resilience. It gives voice to struggle. It shines a light on innovation and hope. In this segment, supported by Winward Aid, we honor stories that touch lives directly in health, in human experience, in agriculture, and in sustainable development. These are the stories that strengthen communities, the stories that protect livelihoods, the stories that help build a more secure future for Grenada. This, ladies and gentlemen, is impact in action. Winward Aid supporting stories that strengthen communities.
We building it back, we building it back. Wow! Together, yeah, we building it back. We building it back, Winward Aid, yeah. I say don't worry, we go rise, we go rise, we go rise again. When I tell you things go nice, yes we will be alright again. Keep a smile, we go build a brighter future. As one people, one nation, as one Caribbean.
My name is Rolda Kwamina, and I'm the principal of Bishop's College, Carriacou. At the ending of the last school term, we were given cases of water and were told that it came from Winward Aid. So when the Winward Aid water came, it was a blessing because at least we knew we had water every day for our children to drink.
Well, he's given you all the strength so far, hasn't he? Right, listen.
Oh, God.
Madras, yeah, we building it back, we building it back. Wow! Together, yeah, we building it back, we building it back. Winward Aid, yeah. I say don't worry, we go rise, we go rise, we go rise again. When I tell you things go nice, yes we will be alright again. Keep a smile, though worry, things must get better. We wouldn't be done forever. We know that we stick together. We go build a brighter future. As one people, one nation, as one Caribbean. To the people who are affected.
Mic check. Thank you. We begin where journalism often matters most: health. The best health story recognizes reporting that informs, protects, and serves the public interest. Before I move into the list of nominees, I'd like to invite Mr. Daniel Lewis, trustee of Winward Aid Foundation, and he will be announcing the winner and also presenting the award. Yes, Mr. Lewis. Please help me welcome Mr. Lewis once again. Thank you. The Best Television Health Story nominees are Christelina John, Fitness Without Limits, Shania McIntosh, Kidney Disease Warning, and Karine Moraine Alexander, Youth and Mental Health Caravan.
Where's the winner?
It's very windy.
Yes, it's windy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for the Best Television Health Story, the winner is Miss Christelina John.
Congratulations once again, Christelina John, Best Television Health Story. And of course, the title of her story was Fitness Without Limits. And we move on. From protecting lives, we turn to sustaining livelihoods. We move on to the best agriculture story. And this award honors reporting that strengthens understanding of one of Grenada's most essential sectors. Here are the nominees. Raul Patterson. Ministry sends agriculture to the grave. That's it? That's it? Mr. Lewis, I think it's a given.
There's only one entry.
Yes. That's it.
Yes, okay. Yes, the winner for the best agricultural print story is Mr. Raul Patterson.
Of course, Raul was the only guy, should we say, starring in this category. The only, the only nominee in this category. Mr. Raul Patterson, congratulations. And we move on now to the best human interest story, digital online. We have two nominees, Cullen Campbell, Meet Malachi, the 5-year-old math prodigy, and Callistra Faria, Brush with Death.
Yes. And the best human interest story, that is digital online. And the winner is Mr. Cullen Campbell.
Congratulations, sir. Best human interest story winner there, that's Mr. Cullen Campbell. Congratulations. Mr. Lewis, before you run off, I understand you have a few brief remarks to share with us this evening, sir?
No, let me take this opportunity on behalf of Winward Aid to extend congratulations to the Media Workers Association of Grenada. We are indeed enormously grateful to provide support in any country where the media association is strong. I think it is one of those things we think would contribute to development. Now, as I would just want to implore upon media workers that you must always endeavor to be fair, have that kind of integrity as much as possible. This morning, normally I subscribe to the New York Times, and this morning, sometime first thing in the morning, I would read the New York Times. And I was reading a story, and you could clearly see how even in this Iran conflict, they're taking sides, and sometimes, they don't have no integrity how they report. You could see that. Because if you are fair, you need to be very, very balanced. And I would want to make a special appeal to the media workers as much as possible, report everything that is fair, and so that when persons read or they listen to your output, they would say, yes, indeed, they don't have any doubt in their mind. I would want to implore upon the president of the Media Association, Ms. Farry, I know she's a hard worker, that continue doing capacity development for the Media Association so they could grow, and by so doing, a country that has a strong media association, believe me, it would continue, it would contribute to growth and development. So once again, congratulations, and I hope the Media Association in Grenada would go from strength to strength. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for Mr. Daniel Lewis. Thank you so much, sir, trustee of Winward Aid. And congratulations again to the next batch of winners. And now we move on to the Best Sustainability Report Award. Now this award is sponsored by NAWASA. I'd like to invite Mr. Milan Lewis to assist with the presentation. Best Sustainability Report. The Best Sustainability Report winner is Miss Abigail McIntyre. Where is Abigail? There she is. Best Sustainability Report. Congratulations to Miss Abigail McIntyre. Another round of applause. Best Sustainability Report.
Good night, everyone. So this award is very special for NAWASA. Last year, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Media Workers Association for outstanding journalism in water, climate change, and environmental sustainability. And the winner of this award gets $15,000 that goes towards a training or any program that can develop her or him in the area. So we are very happy to be able to present this to Abigail. I was one of the judges for that particular award, and I can tell you we had about 7 entries, and it was one of the best report stories that we have seen in a long time. So congratulations, Abby, and we are very proud to present you $15,000 that can go towards your educational advancement in the area of the media.
15. Oh. Congratulations, Abigail. Abigail, I'm just letting you know that, if you need a narrator, hey. Oh, congratulations again. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we move on into the keynote address. And I'd like to invite to assist me this evening, since I'm going all solo, I'd like to invite Dr. Muhammad. Of course, Dr. Muhammad is visiting from Trinidad and Tobago, political scientist. We're so happy to have him here. Dr. Muhammad is going to give me a little breathing room right now, and he will assist me with the introduction of our keynote address speaker. Thank you. Just keep this from the wind.
Thank you so very much. Good evening. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, award nominees and award winners, members of the media fraternity and partners of the Media Workers Association of Grenada. One of the defining traditions of the Media Workers Association gathering, I should say, is the opportunity to stop, pause, reflect, and engage with voices that challenge us to think deeply about the role of journalism, and particularly the role of journalism in our societies. This year's award is held under the theme Press Freedom and Responsibility in a Time of Consequence. Few speakers are qualified to address us in this moment than this, more than nobody else but this particular speaker tonight. Ms. Jacqueline McKenzie is an internationally respected human rights lawyer and advocate. She is a solicitor of the Senior Courts of England and Wales and holds degrees in law, human rights, and international relations. Over the course of her distinguished career, she has built a formidable reputation for defending justice, accountability, and the rights of marginalized communities. Ms. McKenzie is widely known for her advocacy on behalf of the Windrush generation in the United Kingdom, helping to expose and challenge injustices that affected Caribbean migrants and their families. Her work has not only influenced legal outcomes, but has also helped shape public policy and international conversations about migration, citizenship, and human dignity. Her impact has been widely recognized. In 2022, she was named among the top 10 most influential Black Britons in the Power list, an honor reflecting her leadership, integrity, and unwavering commitment to justice. At a time when journalism across the world faces increasing pressure, focus on increasing pressure from political polarization, misinformation, and threats to press freedom, her voice brings both clarity and perspective on the importance of truth, accountability, and responsible public discourse. Tonight, as we celebrate excellence in Grenadian journalism and reflect on the responsibilities that accompany press freedom, we are honored to hear from someone whose professional life has been dedicated to defending fundamental rights and strengthening democratic principles. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to welcome our keynote speaker for the 14th Annual MWAG Media Awards, Ms. Jacqueline Wilson.
Good evening. I was given a list of dignitaries so long that were I to read them all, I'd use up the 15 minutes I've been granted for this presentation. So all protocols observed to you, but I acknowledge the Honourable Emmeline Pear, Leader of Her Majesty's Opposition, Senator the Honourable Claudette Joseph, Attorney General, Member of Parliament and Leader of the Movement, Peter David, my good friend and former Speaker of the House of Parliament and a former Senator, Chester Humphrey, Mr. Randy Cornaut, Chief of Police, Your Excellency Jorge Guerrero Veos, Ambassador of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, Your Excellency Yang Shu, Ambassador, People's Republic of China, Cindy Diouf, Principal Officer, Embassy of the United States of America, Archdeacon Michael Marshall, Chairman of Grenada Conference of Churches, Pradeep Singh Rajpurohit, High Commissioner of India to Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica, and Montserrat. Gita Paspuletti, High Commissioner of Grenada to the Republic of India. Mr. Victor Clark, British High Commissioner to Grenada. Mr. Francis Paul, President of the Grenada Bar Association. Mr. Ruggles Ferguson, KC, Legal Advisor to the Media Workers Association. Daniel Lewis, Trustee, Winward Aid, former President of the Media Workers Association, Mr. Ray Roberts. Ms. Callistra Faria, President of the Media Workers Association of Grenada. Award winners, well-wishers, friends, and fellow media professionals. I am truly honored to be asked to deliver the keynote speech at such an auspicious event as the annual Media Awards, presented over by Ms. Callistra Faria, President of the Media Workers Association, in her tenure as the President. I am a lawyer by profession, but my first course of study in the UK was in media and in journalism, and I've also completed a master's degree in documentary filmmaking, though I'm yet to ever make a serious film. So I feel very much a colleague of yours, and I think there's a real crossover between what lawyers do, well, certainly those of us in the human rights jurisdiction, and what journalists do. We are both striving, hopefully, objectively, to get to the truth, and for that truth to hold the state, its agents, and corporations to account. Both our roles are concomitant with upholding the rule of law. We gather this evening to explore the theme, press freedom and responsibility in a time of consequence, at a time when those who lead us or aspire to do so are called upon to make decisions which impact not just on our lives, but on the very viability of our nation. There is the task of providing the day-to-day governance and implementation across the sectors which make our citizens feel wholesome and worthy, and by which we can measure various indices of development, including in the delivery of health, education, infrastructure, internal security, economic well-being, heritage, arts and culture, to dealing with those external conditions over which we have very little control, including factors such as those posed by climate and environmental challenges and world trade, but increasingly by threats from other states. Grenada might be a small state, but it is mighty as an integral member of several regional blocs, and is a state with as much power in international fora, with a vote equating that of much larger nations, making us as valuable as everyone else. But today, the governance of our state and the rule of law is a moment defined not simply by politics, internal or external, or technological advance, but by something more important, a transformation in how societies understand truth, trust, and the very idea of a shared reality. The role of the media and the press as a conduit of the media is indispensable but highly tested. And so my focus is simple yet desperately urgent: press freedom and responsibility in a time of consequence. The media and the press play a significant role in society. In many respects, we are witnessing a redefining of the role as public relations, or in the manifestation of the regurgitation of materials found elsewhere and already in the public domain, such as the availability of the technology. And for others, it is deliberate and planned wholesale distribution of misinformation and distortion of narratives so as to manipulate our thinking. We see how over centuries the media and the press has been able to manipulate the narratives about everything from race and culture to history and contemporary politics. It is the media and the press that continues to act as a conduit to the marginalization of groups, the ongoing misinformation that one group is superior to another, the denigration of some groups, such as people of color, migrants, and refugees, as an example of this in the country I live in, the UK. And this sophisticated manipulation doesn't just extend to people, but to states. So we are taught which states to value and which to condemn. Even now, when there are atrocities, we see the framing of imagery which makes victims in Western countries, most of whom are white, look so that they may garner more sympathy than those who are black or brown or in non-Western countries. We see this in times of war, but we also see these in times of natural disaster. The mostly white-led NGOs still use images of African children with distended stomachs and rusty tins trying to find water and food in order to raise the millions which pay for their shiny offices, salaries, and travel. I am not churlish enough to believe that some good does not come from some of these initiatives, but I think the verdict is not yet in, as we see the same campaigns going on for decades, and we have the horrendous examples of some of these organizations in countries like Haiti. Globally, the media is owned by press barons and corporations who set the tone, and with that, control our minds. This has always been the case, leading to the development of the term the Fourth Estate, referring to news media, press, television, radio, and now online journalists, as a critical independent watchdog that holds government and powerful institutions to account. This idea of the Fourth Estate is often attributed to an Edmund Burke and signifies the fourth branch of influence separate from the traditional three estates of government, which at the time of his writing was the clergy, nobility, and commoners. And I guess today, whilst the church's role may have lessened in society, they have been replaced by the government, the nobility by the elites. And just recently, I saw on X someone saying, in relation to the Epstein affair, we should stop making reference to an elite and call them predators. And someone wrote under that, we should stop calling them predators, but parasites. If we have a media and a press that is not about truth, inventiveness, research, if we perceive a role of investigation whereby we hold the state and public bodies, big corporations and even little ones, powerful individuals and the not so powerful to account, then we're not really a constituent part of the press as a point of reflection. We may well exist in the sphere and even think that we play an important role. But if that role is not critical to truth-finding and objectivity and fundamental to the governance of the rule of law, then we're involved in something else, which could range from PR at its least offensive to propaganda at its worst. We are all familiar with how the media distorts the narrative, not just in defining cultural and anthropological norms, but in everyday reporting on everything from elections to war. Without necessarily being partisan, journalists are human beings with views and concerns, and news houses have a slant. Many people set up media outlets in order to promote their views. This fundamentalism must be accompanied by trust. Globally, confidence in the media and the press is eroding. The need for a quick turnaround in the digital sphere rewards speed over accuracy, outrage over nuance, and certainty over understanding. misinformation spreads with unprecedented speed, not because media professionals are careless, though some are, but because the architecture of modern communication is built for amplification and monetization and not for verification. And in the current environment of unprecedented access to fast developing and easily accessible technology, journalists are not simply reporting, they are formulating the public conscience. The insidious nature of corporations who control the social media networks, which infiltrate not just our homes, but our minds, and subconsciously our day-to-day decision-making, boast openly about how they sway general elections. Elon Musk's X played a significant role in the last US election, and this region has succumbed to the exploits of Cambridge Analytica's use of Facebook to harvest millions of our data without our consent, to use for psychological profiling, to use to influence political campaigns. They were known to influence the 2016 US election, the Brexit referendum, and their global reach extended to Africa and right here in the Caribbean. These organizations are using the same tools the traditional media use. In the UK, we have a newspaper which has the largest readership called The Sun. It's low-browed, full of salacious gossip and titillation, with sporadic bits of news. Its tradition is steeped in supporting the Conservatives, and it's long been a tool of attack on migrants and people of the global majority. In April 1992, or in the April 1992 elections in the UK, the polls and other commentators showed a sure victory for Labour and its then Neil Kinnock. The Sun, which today has a monthly usership across all its platforms of 31.1 million people, and a daily print readership of 2.4 million, though there's a multiplier effect there, were relentless and ruthless. And when the results returned unexpectedly, the Conservative majority under John Major, The Sun published the headline, "It's the Sun what won it," which most people accept as being highly plausible and setting the trend of elections ever since. Since then, we've seen certain press barons, most notably the Murdoch family, exert significant influence on elections, even though it is hard to quantify the extent of this. But by setting agendas, publishing unverified polls, manipulating vox pops, selecting letters to publish or even writing the letters themselves, and using an editorial slant, the media is all powerful. In Grenada, the print and regular TV stations are on the decline. But this has not escaped the politicians who know exactly how to reach their audiences on the new digital platforms, enabling direct access, targeting, and even influencing. And all of this is unfettered. You can say what you want, and most people have very little time to dive in beyond the sound bites. Our attention span is low, so we pick up a few keywords and look at anything visually attractive or remarkable, and that sets our train of thought. Even the choice of imagery, the style of photos and audio clips used of individuals is done deliberately to make them look either professional, if you're on their side, or serious, or if you're not, mad, unattractive. These are deliberate choices. I see in Grenada that some media and press houses have a stock of some unfortunate pictures of the former Prime Minister, which they pull out from time to time. In the UK, the right-wing press has a filing cabinet of us black women in the public domain, so they make us look crazy. Often images of Britain's first black woman MP, Diane Abbott, are chosen deliberately to derive derision. And never has these editorial choices been so important, Because not only has the digital era done all that I've said so far, it invites comments and reaction in an instant which transcends globally and often becomes a permanent record. We can all post under a Facebook, X, or Instagram post. It takes much more effort to write to a media house or make an official complaint using the complex procedures established by organizations to deter us. Press and media freedom is not a privilege to be provided by governments. It is a pillar that supports democratic societies that we should safeguard with all our might. Without an independent press or media, corruption thrives, power goes unchecked, and we, the citizens, lose our ability to make informed choices. We have seen journalists intimidated, monitored, and silenced across the globe. And I'm aware that there are examples of this right here in Grenada. And it's usually the case. The better you are at your job, the more you're likely to be intimidated, monitored, and silenced. In the UK recently, we've had a scandal of a unit within the governing party, the Labour Party, operating a cell to brief against journalists. In some parts of the world, there are laws posited under the guise of national security, but which become tools to suppress independent reporting. We have seen reporters labeled as enemies of the state for simply doing their jobs. Every time a journalist is silenced, a society loses a piece of itself. In examining Grenada's record, I've seen instances where a sitting prime minister has sued journalists. Whether in these individual cases there was right or not on his side, this has the sole effect of silencing the media. And this is quite an important aspect of Grenada's media because Grenada is small. I don't mean this disparagingly, but few elements of the media can survive without access to the government statutory notices, advertising from both government and the larger corporations. These corporations have political leadership and cadership. In the same way do members of the legal fraternity who have to decide which publications to place their notices that they are required to place for applications for things like probate and possessory title. Media owners are mindful of their choices for their own survival, and these considerations filter down to journalists. Economic pressures have hollowed out local journalism, leaving communities without credible information systems. There are so many interesting developments in Grenada where you see the start of the story without an ending. This includes cases of corruption, proven or otherwise, campaigns against environmental and community degradation, political largesse, getting beneath the figures and data put out on the economy, and so on. Newsrooms confront legal harassment designed to drain resources, as we're seeing in the case of Donald Trump's billion-dollar lawsuit against the BBC. These are times of major consequences, and this requires vigilance, depth, and responsibility. And responsibility is crucial. I recently saw that a professional woman, employer of a company, I don't think I need to name the company, won a defamation claim against a media house here in Grenada after a journalist had accused her of using a company credit card for a trip to the UK. While I raise my eyebrows about politicians and people in the public eye bringing defamation claims, it is a good thing that ordinary citizens can do this so that we encourage responsibility across the media and the press. Sadly, though, very few of our citizens are in a place to bring such actions, but responsibility, more crucial than ever before because of the way information spreads, requires us to verify our claims and be transparent to our audiences. But we must also be courageous so long as we are factual. We must also confront the reality that the press and media no longer operates on a terrain that it can control itself. The new battleground is the algorithms which rewards outrage. At a time when platforms accelerate the division, the traditional press and media must be more discerning. At its core, journalism is not only a profession, it is a public service. It is a safeguard not just for information, but for all our dignity and humanity. In times of conflict, journalism should become the voice of those who cannot speak freely. In times of crisis, it should be the compass that helps societies navigate. In times of misinformation, it should be the antidote to confusion. And in times of consequence, such as now, journalism becomes one of the last defenses against cynicism, the belief that truth does not matter. But when truth is devalued or treated with scant regard, our democracy becomes fragile and brutalized. The media and the press are fundamental to decency. But we are also living a time when courageous journalists uncover corruption at immense personal risk, when investigative teams expose injustice that would otherwise remain hidden. It was the UK media which broke the Winward scandal, where tens of thousands of people, largely from the CARICOM region, but also from West Africa and South Asia, legally settled in the UK, were deemed to be illegal citizens. Some of them were removed and deported from the UK, others detained in immigration detention centres, some lost their jobs, businesses, and higher education opportunities. And some of them lost their lives, as in the case of Grenadian-born Dexter Bristol, who was found collapsed in the street from a heart attack whilst trying to prove his immigration status. Grenada's then Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, was in the UK for the heads of government meeting, which just happened to be in London in April 2018, when the scandal broke, and took part in an extremely powerful media interview on Dexter's death alongside his grieving mother, Santina Bristol. I think I have poked Dr. Mitchell higher up in my presentation, so in a room full of journalists, I'm trying to provide some balance. This is a time of consequence, not because of what threatens us, but because of what is still possible. If we defend press and media freedom, if we honor journalistic responsibility and objectivity, if we salute and share the sound bites less, if we recognize and call out what is actually public relations and what is actually propaganda, if we uphold truth as a shared value, then we safeguard not only democracy, but hope. I will end with a quote from the venerable and part Grenadian Malcolm X, as it would be rude not to, who said, "If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed." He described the media as the most powerful entity on earth, capable of making the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent. That power should be used for the good of all humanity. I thank you.
Ms. Mackenzie, thank you so much. It was a privilege to have your voice as part of this celebration. Thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen, I know the night is getting older. We do have some more entertainment for you, but we will jump straight into part 2 and the final part of the award presentations. We move on to Professional Excellence Awards. Ms. Cindy Henry of the NLA, I'd like to invite you. Oh, she was sitting right there. I think I spot her, yes. Ms. Henry, if you can assist once again with the presentation, kindly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to Best Television Feature Story. Best Television Feature Story, Nisha Paul. Miss Nisha Paul. Best Television Feature Story. Hi, Nisha. Congratulations. And of course, now we continue recognizing excellence across television and digital platforms. Best Television Interview. Best Television Interview, Ms. Callistra Faria. Callistra Faria. Thank you so much, Ms. Henry. Thank you very much. And before we move on to the next batch of awards, I'd like to invite Senator Claudette Joseph, if you can assist us at this point in time. Senator, with the next batch of presentations. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So now we move on to Best Story Video. Kind of excited about this one. Best Story Video, Finbar Richard. Finbar Richard. Is Finbar here? Is Finbar here? Ah, yes. I must say that Mr. Richard, he's kind of like my mentor, you know what I mean? And he's also one of my key cameramen and an editor, chief editor of independent projects that I may have. Such a good guy. Finn, we're gonna we'll drink some champagne. Best Story Video. Congratulations, my brother. We move on now to Best Television Business and Economy Story. And the Best Television Business Economy Story, Lily Pascal. I'd actually like to invite a representative from the Grenada Cooperative Bank at this point in time. Ms. Brave Boy, are you here? Yes, if you can assist. And I want to ask. Yes, thank you so much, Senator. Thank you so much, Senator Joseph. Thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. And the next award, Best Court Reporting TV. Best Court Reporting TV, and of course, assisting with the presentation, Ms. Linda Braveboy, representing Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited. The winner of this award is Nikita Hostin. Congratulations, Nikita. Thank you so much, Ms. Brave Boy. Thank you. And I'd like to invite Ms. Jacqueline McKenzie to assist with the presentation of the next award, Best Television Sports Story. So before I present the award for Best Sports Story, we pause to remember a journalist whose commitment to sports reporting left a lasting mark on Grenadian media. Mr. Trevor Thwaites dedicated many years to covering sport with discipline, passion, and deep respect for the athletes and communities he reported on. Tonight, the Best Sports Story Award is presented in his honor. Please join us as we remember the amazing Trevor Thwaites.
In every newsroom, there are journalists who cover sports, and then there are those who live it. Trevor Thwaites was one of those rare voices who understood that sport was never just about scores and statistics. It was about pride, perseverance, and national identity. For decades, he dedicated himself to sports journalism in Grenada, bringing discipline, accuracy, and passion to every report. Whether covering cricket under the Caribbean sun, football rivalries, or the rising talent of young Grenadian athletes, Trevor told the stories that mattered. Stories of triumph, heartbreak, and determination. He believed that sports journalism deserved the same seriousness, integrity, and professional standard as any other field of reporting, and he practiced it with consistency and respect. Today, as we present the Sports Award categories, we honor not only excellence in reporting, but the enduring legacy of a journalist who helped shape it. Through the generous sponsorship of his daughter, his name continues to stand alongside the craft he loved. Trevor Thwaites, a dedicated sports journalist, a guardian of the game, and a lasting part of Grenada's media history.
Remembering Trevor Thwaites, and I just want to acknowledge the presence of his daughter, Nisha McIntyre Hercules. She's joining us this evening. Thank you so much for being here with us, Nisha. And of course, for sponsoring this award. Thank you so much. So the Best Television Sports Story goes to Fimba Richard. Where are you, Fimba? Again, in tribute to Mr. Thwaites' legacy, we present the award for the Best Sports Story. This award, again, is sponsored by My Grenada Solutions. And we move on to Best Television Parliament Reporting. Best Television Parliament Reporting goes to Beverly Telesford. Beverly Telesford. Congratulations to Beverly. Congratulations, Beverly. And Best Television Political Story. Best Television Political Story goes to Cherry-Ann Blackman Stephen. Cherry-Ann Blackman Stephen. Is Cherry-Ann here with us this evening? So we have someone who will collect on her behalf. Congratulations to Cherry Ann Blackman Stephen, the winner of the Best Television Political Story. Ms. Mackenzie, thank you. We need you still, okay? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we now pause to honor a life dedicated to media. Mr. David Moraine. We now will witness a video tribute.
Others be part of who we are. David Golden Child Moraine was one of those voices. From boyhood, he dreamed of radio. He dreamed of sitting behind the microphone, speaking to his people, and becoming part of the sound that connected Grenada. Through dedication, discipline, and an unwavering love for broadcasting, he made that dream his life's work. Listeners came to know him through City Sound FM, Sun FM, Hot 98 FM, and the Grenada Broadcasting Network. His voice was smooth, confident, unmistakable, a voice that brought comfort, credibility, and trust. It earned him the name Golden Child, a name that reflected both the beauty of his voice and the excellence he pursued. But beyond the voice was his devotion to standards. He listened carefully. He paid attention to every detail. Known affectionately as the radio police, he monitored the airwaves with quiet vigilance, ensuring that quality was never compromised. He believed that broadcasting was a public trust, and he protected it. He rose to leadership, mentoring others and shaping programs with care and vision. And even after decades in radio, his passion never faded. In 2022, he launched The One, Grenada's only all-sports radio station, a final testament to his enduring commitment to the craft he loved. He was a mentor, a storyteller, a guardian of excellence. Though his voice is no longer heard on the airwaves, his influence lives on in every broadcaster who prepares with care, in every studio where standards are upheld, and in every moment where excellence is chosen. David Moraine did not simply work in broadcasting. He strengthened it. He protected it. He elevated it. And tonight, in recognition of his lasting contribution, his enduring voice, and his unwavering commitment to excellence, we honor David Golden Child Moraine with the Posthumous Award of Excellence in Broadcasting. His voice may be silent, but his legacy will always be heard.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Attorney General Senator Claudette Joseph to assist with the presentation of this special award. This evening, collecting this special award is Ms. Charlene Moraine. She is a sister of Golden Child David Moraine, the late David Moraine. She will accept this recognition, award bestowed posthumously. Thank you, Ms. Moraine. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And now we move on to an exciting category. They're all exciting categories, but this one, you'll see what I mean. I'd like to invite Mr. Cecil Noel to present the next award, Impact Song of the Year. Now, music has always carried the voice of the people. The Impact Song of the Year recognizes music as a form of mass communication and artistry that resonates nationally. And the winner of the Impact Song of the Year goes to, I understand he's not with us this evening, Little Kerry Perial. Do we have a representative? Ah, yes. Miss Noel will collect on behalf of Little Kerry. Sherry Ann Noel. Little Kerry, along with other outstanding Grenadian soca artists, have definitely been leaving their mark every stage they've touched regionally and internationally. And of course, this award, that's the song right there for those of you who don't know it. Yes, Burial. This award is graciously sponsored by Spice Mass Corporation. Congratulations, Little Kerry. The next award, the Leslie Pear Press Freedom Award. Press freedom is the foundation of democracy. The Leslie Pear Press Freedom Award recognizes courage in defense of the public's right to know. We now share a tribute video.
Press freedom is not an abstract idea. It lives in the courage of individuals, those who choose truth, even when truth carries consequence. Leslie Pear was one of those individuals. Amid sweeping political transformation in Grenada, Leslie Pear emerged as a determined advocate for independent journalism. In response to a law imposed by the People's Revolutionary Government requiring that newspapers be owned by no fewer than 25 persons, Pear organized and assembled the required group of shareholders, including future Prime Minister Tillman Thomas. Through this act, the Grenadian Voice was established, not merely as a newspaper, but as a declaration that independent journalism would endure. As editor, Leslie Pear built the Grenadian Voice into a respected publication committed to truth, accountability, and the public interest. He mentored young reporters, instilling in them the principles of ethical journalism, accuracy, and courage. His newsroom became a training ground for a generation of Grenadian journalists. During the People's Revolutionary Government, Pear's editorial independence led to his imprisonment. Branded a counter-revolutionary for his journalistic work, he was detained at Richmond Hill Prison. His imprisonment marked one of the most profound moments in Grenada's media history, symbolizing the risks faced by journalists who defend press freedom. Following the collapse of the revolutionary government in October 1983, Leslie Pear was released. He returned to public life and resumed his work at the Grenadian Voice, reaffirming his lifelong commitment to independent journalism. Pear continued to lead the Grenadian Voice and mentor journalists, helping to shape modern Grenadian media. His influence extended beyond the newsroom, contributing to the strengthening of press freedom, culture, and professional standards across the country. Today, Leslie Pear is remembered as one of Grenada's foremost defenders of press freedom, a journalist who endured imprisonment yet returned to continue the work of informing the nation. And in enduring, he became part of the very foundation upon which Grenadian journalism stands today. His legacy lives on in every journalist who asks difficult questions, in every newsroom that values independence, and in every act of reporting done in the public interest. Leslie Pear did not simply practice journalism, he defended its freedom. And it is in his honor that we continue to recognize those who do the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Leslie Pear Press Freedom Award nominees are Ms. Rachel Bain, Ms. Linda Straker, and Ms. Callistra Faria. I'd like to invite now British High Commissioner to Grenada, Mr. Victor Clark, to announce the winner and present the award. Mr. Clark.
So for the award, the Leslie Pear Press Freedom Award, the winner is Mrs. Callistra Faria.
And congratulations, Madam President, Ms. Callistra Faria, the winner of the Leslie Pear Press Freedom Award. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Mr. Clark. Thank you, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is it. We're almost home. But we do have a special award presentation, and this presentation, yes, and there is a presentation, special presentation by Ms. Faria. And we have a few more. The Best Entertainment Story. Best Entertainment Story. Ms. Faria, can you assist with the presentation for that one? Mr. Javed Nichols of MTV. Best Entertainment Story. Is Javed with us? No, but I think Kishan is here. Kishan will accept the award on behalf of Mr. Nichols. Oh, yes, I do have. Mr. Chester Humphrey, can you assist with the presentation of this award, sir? Would you be so kind? And I do have an important, my apologies for interjecting here, but I do have an urgent emergency announcement. The driver of P681 8621, correct? The driver of P8621 and PY839. Apologies, folks, but this is urgent. So P861, 8261. P6821, I'm really bad at this. P6821 and the driver of PY839, apparently you're blocking someone. There is an emergency situation and they would love to leave at this point in time. So if you are the drivers of those both vehicles, kindly assist with getting that person out of the area. So folks, before we close off the proceedings for this evening, final award, the Best Political Online Story, and that award goes to none other than Ms. Callistra Faria. Ms. Faria? We'll have our young dapper friend assist with that presentation. Congratulations, Callistra. Senator Joseph. I think Ms. Farrier has requested your presence. Congratulations. I understand, Ms. Farrier, you have a special presentation as well. And on completion of that, we will have the closing remarks to close off this evening's awards ceremony.
It is my pleasure at this time to announce an award that is very important to the Media Workers Association, because it's about the promise, it's about the future, it's about potential. And it is the President's Youth Journalism Excellence Award. Now, this award is given to someone identified as displaying the qualities, even at a very early stage of joining the media, of having that oomph, what it takes to be a journalist, to stand on the front line, unafraid, and to speak truth to power, and to do this job properly. To be pushed down on the floor if you have to, and keep on recording and do not stop recording. Or to have your iPad knocked out of your hand because you were standing in the wrong place while people were behaving badly and trying to subvert the democratic system. And last year, as we looked at all of our new people who came in our senior people in the media, as well as looking at the scores for the judges, because I must let everyone know that our awards were in two parts. One part judged by senior regional practitioners across the Caribbean, and of course the People's Choice Award, where people vote and decide on the winners. And we looked at the results of our newest members of the profession, and this particular awardee did not win a trophy here tonight in the judged category, but that's not what we were looking for. We were looking for promise. And she stood almost head and shoulders with some of our veterans in the scores that she was able to get from the judges. We also observed her in the field. We observed her at news conferences. And it is our pleasure to announce that Shania McIntosh of GBN, the Grenada Broadcasting Network, gets the President's Award for Excellence in Journalism. Shania, it might be obnoxious to call you Mini-Me, but come on up here, darling. And I would invite the Attorney General to present her award to Shania. And this award is sponsored by the Ministry of Information, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, and a Riser Credit Union.
Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I can say this is it. This is it. It is the official climax of this evening's award ceremony, and I'd like to invite Ms. Nisha Paul to deliver the closing remarks and the vote of thanks. Ms. Paul.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. As we bring this memorable evening to a close, it is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks for the 2025 Media Awards ceremony. Tonight, we celebrated more than trophies and titles. We celebrated the work, sacrifice, and courage behind journalism in Grenada. The long hours, deadlines, and responsibility of telling the nation's stories with accuracy and fairness. To the organizers of this year's awards, thank you for creating a space where the work of media professionals is recognized and valued. Events like this remind us that journalism matters and that the people behind the headlines deserve appreciation. To our sponsors, and I would list them here: the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, Winward Aid, Nawasa Grenlec, the Ministry of Information, Gravel Concrete and Emulsion Corporation, My Grenada Solutions, George F. Huggins Grenada Limited, Mount Pure Mineral Water, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, Ariza Credit Union, the IMA, Spice Mass Corporation, Grenada Enterprises, and Republic Bank. And our partners, thank you for your generous support in making this evening possible. Your investment in the media helps strengthen journalism and supports the vital role it plays in our society. We thank you for standing with the media community. To the distinguished guests, government representatives, members of the diplomatic corps, and all who took the time to attend tonight, your presence adds weight and meaning to this occasion. It shows that the work of the media is seen and respected. To the nominees and award recipients, congratulations. Your work informs the public, holds institutions accountable, and gives voice to the stories that shape our society. Tonight's recognition is well-deserved. And to every journalist, cameraman, editor, producer, and media worker across Grenada, whether you received an award here tonight or not, your work matters. Every story told with responsibility helps strengthen our democracy and keep the public informed. Finally, thank you to everyone who worked behind the scenes to make this event possible: the planning committee, technical teams, venue staff, and volunteers. Your efforts ensured that tonight ran smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Media Workers Association of Grenada, thank you all for being a part of this special celebration of media excellence. Have a safe journey home, and may we continue to support and strengthen journalism in Grenada. Good night, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Nisha. Before we get into the final words for this evening, again, just to mention, drivers of the following vehicles: P1389, PY839, P8621, and PAU 965. You're blocking someone, there's an emergency situation, they would like to exit. And also, just to let you all know about something truly important coming up tomorrow, Ms. Faria is going to give you some information about a special event happening tomorrow.
Thank you, Lexan. And as the media, we do engage in social action and social activism. And Power FM, one of our strongest FM stations, is collaborating with the Ministry of Social Development to host tomorrow, International Women's Day, Power X. It's a march from Foodland Supermarket at Lagoon Road. They gather at 4 p.m. at Lagoon Road Foodland Supermarket, and the walk goes on to the Carenage. There will be counseling and special safe zones available as well, as part of the anti-violence march that is going to take place tomorrow. And it's Power X, Give to Gain. And of course, I'm encouraging all members of the media to try to show up. Wear white, folks, because that's the color code according to Denise. Wear white, and let's show up, because this is an important, very, very, very important initiative. It's International Women's Day, so let's let our advocacy as citizens of the country prevail here, and also to provide some coverage for the initiative by members of the media. Thank you so much. The evening's not over yet. Lexan has something very interesting to announce.
Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we've honored excellence integrity and responsibility. To all the winners of awards this evening, Brother Batiste and everyone, Mr. Richard, every single one of you, congratulations. Continue to excel in the field that you so love and adore, and we look forward to next Media Awards. On behalf of the Media Awards Association of Grenada, again, thank you for celebrating journalism at its highest standard. I'm Lexand Fletcher. It was truly a delight to be here with you this evening. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope we're not keeping you out too late, but again, congratulations. Thank you so much, everyone, and do hang around. We have entertainment by some of Grenada's finest artists. We have Jefferson on standby. He's going to be performing, and we also have Rita and the Ultimate Perfection Band. They're going to be performing as well. The bar is open. If you'd like to hang out a little later, do so. But ladies and gentlemen, until then, God bless. Have a good night. Thank you.
What's it?
So ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite you to put your dancing shoes on or take your shoes off, whatever you want to do, because right now we have a young man who is going to bring all this energy. He's going to be performing 2 songs for us. Please give it up for Jefferson Ramirez.
Greetings, everybody. Oh, yes. Congratulations to everyone. Won an award tonight. Big up to that table. Much love, much love. Oh, yes. Let's go. When I ain't got a dollar, I still got that same old feeling. There must be something in the water. Yeah, she won't leave me alone, begging me to take her home. There must be something in the water, yes. Oh, don't take it away from me. I love being lost right here, and I wanna stay having a good time. I'll say no, don't take me away from here, and I don't wanna go nowhere. I wanna stay having a good time. Oh, see, I don't search, cause it's not hard to find a love sacred all this time. Oh yes, there must be something in the water, yes. I'm feeling like I'm flying supersonic, meditation for my mind. There must be something in the water, yeah. We gon' live it up like it's Friday night. Come on. I see some of you dancing. Come on. Catch another body, I just might. Oh, see, we gon' live it up like it's Friday night. Got one in the air, yeah. Catch another body, I just might. Oh, she don't. Oh, and I love being lost right here, and I wanna stay having a good time. Oh, don't take me away from here, when I don't wanna go nowhere. I wanna stay having a good time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yes. I wanna stay, yeah, wanna stay, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Thank you. Much love. There we go, man. That's it. But I keep putting in the work, man, when no one else can see the visions. And even when I hate, I never rate them. They never kill the dream. So if you see me dancing by myself, my hands up in the air, just know I hustle hard. I see some people here, let me go. So don't worry, cause you don't know the story. Says you just see the glory. You never felt my pain. See, I just want to turn up right now. Box a liquor dance on the floor right now, right now. And anywhere I go right now, I just want to do the most right now. Oh, it's a celebration, let me celebrate. Oh, like another one, let me levitate. Feeling so good now. I see Sherry under the corner there, so make a toast right. Some people thought they could have break me, but them never know this is a fitting. I swear I'm leaving all of them behind me. Now I'm happy as king on t-shirts. Even if the road a little lonely, oh, I know everything I need is gonna find me. I see the visions clear, I'm almost there. So if you see me dancing by myself, my hands up in the air, just know I hustle hard to make my money. So don't worry, cause you don't know the story. Oh, you just see the glory. You never felt my pain. Look a bit, I just want to turn, dance a little bit. Box a little dance on the floor right now, right now. And anywhere I go right now, I just want to do the most right now. It's a celebration and we celebrate. Oh, like another one, let we levitate. Feeling so good, now I'm feeling great. Put up your glass. Oh, it's a toast right now. Listen, no need to worry, cause I know that it's my time now. Now, I'm gonna pull up right in Pier 57, we go vibe out. So tell your bartender to top my drink up right now. Cause come on, see, I just wanna turn up right now. Box a liquor dance on the floor right now, right now. And anywhere I go right now, oh, I just wanna do the most right now. It's a celebration, let we celebrate. But not another one, let we levitate. Feeling so good, so good. Ah, yeah, yeah. Come on, babe, yeah, man. Put up your glass, make a toast. Right now, right now. Everybody in here. Much love. Media Workers Association of Grenada, much love to you. My name is Jefferson. It was definitely a pleasure being here with you tonight. Much love. Congrats to all the winners. Big up yourself now, man.